Ever notice how you might get an upset stomach when you're stressed out or lose your appetite when you're feeling down? Research shows the microbiome, the collection of all the bacteria in our gut, has a relationship to our mental health. Studies have shown it plays a key role in anxiety, depression, and bipolar disorder and other mental health challenges. I'm about to meet Asem Bala, Research and Development Lead at Tailored Biotherapeutics and the Research Manager at the University of Calgary's Microbiome Program. He'll help break down the gut-brain axis, the promise of biotherapeutics, and why this is such an exciting field of research. Today we're talking about the relationship between our gut health and our mental well-being, and I have a gut feeling we're going to have an interesting conversation here. You're focusing on the microbiome. Give me a definition of that. What is the microbiome?
So, in general, the microbiome or the gut microbiome is the trillion of bacteria that we have in our gut. And it's not just an isolated system. We believe that the gut microbiome controls other systems far beyond the local area of the gut. That's why we believe there's a strong connection between the gut microbiome, the byproducts of these bacteria, and what they produce, and the mood and the general health of our patients. And that's why it's been a target for a lot of people trying to innovate new treatments to actually help these patients.
And how did Tailored Biotherapeutics land on focusing on bipolar disorder?
So it's an interesting story. The whole motivation behind the company started when we noticed patients talking about how their symptoms were improving when they were taking antibiotics. And that was a very fascinating kind of observation. What antibiotics do is actually they kill everything that you have in your gut. So they kill all the bacteria in a sense. They wipe it out. So this improvement in symptoms is tied to that change in the gut microbiome. And this is how we started looking into this, and this is how we started looking into the research. Then we decided that maybe it's about removing what's there and trying to plant something new, or in a sense, put new bacteria in. And this is what we did now with bipolar.
What are biotherapeutics?
So to explain this and the work that we're doing, these are live bacterial therapies that we're delivering to the patients. And in our case, we're targeting mental health disorders or psychiatric disorders. And when we say live bacterial therapeutics, it means a composition or a group of bacteria packaged into a capsule that we deliver to these patients, trying to elicit health benefits out of this beneficial group.
What is the biggest challenge to scaling a psychobiotics company?
First of all, manufacturing that product is not an easy process. It does not compare to the usual pharmaceuticals that everybody's using. This is a completely different playing field because now you're relying on live bacteria that you need to grow in a lab, wait for the yield of that growth that you're putting in, and you have to have enough amounts to actually create enough capsules to treat the patients. So it's expensive, it's costly, it takes time, okay? But we still do believe it's worth it.
What has you hopeful about the future of microbiome research and psychotherapeutic development, especially in Canada? Like what has you really hopeful? What's the potential here?
I think it's huge. I think there's huge potential to the whole field, not only for mental health disorders, but for biotherapeutics in general and live bacterial therapies in general. Canada has a very good chance to actually advance this. We have a very strong research infrastructure. We have the brightest researchers in the world working on this. Once we have something that we know is beneficial, is approved, and we can bring the patients, the way the health system is structured, this can be brought to the patients very fast. So I think this is going to be huge, and I think as a country, we're going to be leading in this.
Asem Bala, thank you so much for a wonderful conversation.
We enjoy that.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.